Hi everyone, welcome to our new show, SquareXO on News. This is a new show where we take the biggest gaming news and just go into it a bit deeper, talk about it, get your opinion on Twitter via polls, and also opinion, and just talk about it, discuss it. So one of the first things to discuss today is going to be PlayStation, but before we do that, don't forget to follow us at squarexo.co.uk, twitter.com/square_xo. Also, we're on iTunes, Podbean, and Spotify if you want to listen to the podcast, and youtube.com where you're watching this, youtube.com/JoeAnsonWater. Please like, subscribe. Subscribe is very important, and share this video. That'll be brilliant. Thanks. Okay, so let's get on with it. We need a little funny intro or something so we can, a little catchphrase. Maybe you can come up with one. Hello, it's Joe. That's not a very good one. But anyway, I'm blabbing on about all the rubbish, and I don't know why. I'm excited, that's why. Maybe that's what it is. Anyway, let's get on with it. Okay, so today's biggest news we're going to talk about. Usually, maybe we'll choose 1, 2, or 3 bits of news and just discuss it. But today's bit of news is obviously going to be about Sony, because they have now surpassed 91.6 million in sales of the PlayStation 4, which is just incredible, really. It's absolutely huge. To be honest, I'm stunned. I didn't expect it to be that much, if I'm being honest, because I think last time we looked at it was got 80 million, but apparently, according to this press release I was sent this morning, they sold more than 5.6 million units globally through the holiday season 2018. 5.6 million, not how much it is. That's just nuts. That's loads. It's friggin' loads. I have to say that did make me quite excited when I read that, but hey, it's like, that's sad, isn't it? It's not like I'm getting a cut or anything. Still, it's good to see games doing well, isn't it? So that's why I'm quite pleased. Anyway, let's look into some of these numbers then. Right, so as I say, 5.6 million units globally, 91.6 million as of December 31st, 2018. So it should be even more by now. I mean, what's that, another week or so? So, I mean, probably add a few more units to that number. Also, incredibly, there was more than 50.7 million PS4 games sold globally through the holiday 18. 50.7 million. And Spider-Man sold 9 million copies worldwide, which is, congrats to Insomniac. I mean, that's just brilliant. It does seem, when you add in Spider-Man, 9 million copies worldwide, and you add the fact that they sold 5.8 million units of PS4 at Christmas, it does seem to me that Spider-Man's been a system seller. I don't know what everyone else thinks. I mean, how much do you think it sold the system? You'd have to say it's quite a lot, wouldn't you? So, I mean, it does seem that way. There's a little note here from Sony which says, Thanks to continued support from our fans during holiday season, we are pleased to announce the PS4 has reached 91.6 million units globally. We're also happy to announce that the monthly active users of PlayStation Network continues to grow from strength to strength and has surpassed 90 million as of the end of November 2018. It says, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to our passionate community around the globe and our partners for helping us achieve these milestones. This year we will bring more enhanced experiences to our fans, along with highly anticipated lineup of games that are only possible on PS4. We look forward to the next PS4 milestone and will continue to evolve, and we will further expand the platform to deliver the best interactive experiences to the world. So there we go. That's just crazy. Right, okay, so with this, I thought to myself, right, 91.6 million units sold. I thought to myself, surely it's nearly time for PS5, right? I mean, surely they're going to announce it. So when are they going to announce it? Are they going to announce it this year? Are they going to announce it next year? I personally think it's going to be announced this year. That's my thoughts on the matter, because I just think Sony not being E3, cancelling the last PSX, something's just adding up. It's just, you can't tell me Sony's just going to go blank for a year and just not say anything anymore. There's something brewing, something big's brewing. No PSX just there. no, they weren't. They didn't do Paris Games Week either, did they? Or Gamescom. So the last time we actually heard from Sony properly at a conference was E3, and there wasn't much to that, was it? It was just a lot of people shuffling around the room. So yeah, there's something brewing from Sony. I know, I can feel it in my bones, and I've got a feeling there's going to be a PSX in December, and it'll be announced then. Imagine they announced it and released it then. How crazy would that be? The people at PSX get to be the first to buy it. Maybe. Or maybe they'll do what they did before and just do something before E3 where they announced the console, what they did with PS4. I don't know. So what I've done is we've put a poll on SquareXO. I've managed to find it as well. So far, we have a brilliant 129 votes, which is just great. There's still 19 hours and 35 minutes left, so get voting if you can. But from this vote, we asked, do you think PS4 will be announced this year? 68% have said yes, and 32% have said no. We also asked a little sub-question saying, when do you think PS5 will release? So, when do you think it'll release? Let's have a look and see what some of our users said. Okay, but Abandoned Trolley reckons that it'll release in 2020. That's all he said. He never had any more opinion on the matter. Chris Pengilly, he says, no, just announced at PSX or whatever the late 2019 event is. Whereas the Both, he says, PS4 is still selling well, so he sees no need to shoot themselves in the foot. Right. Would they shoot themselves in the foot if they released it? Would PS4 keep selling for a while? I think it would. I think even if they announce PS5, PS4 will keep going for a little while. But of course, this all depends if PS5 is backwards compatible. I'm sure it will be. Both also says if it's announced at E3 this year, then it'll be released in 2020. But it's not going to be announced at E3 this year because Sony aren't going to be there. So he reckons if it's announced later this year, then it'll be 2021. Nah, I don't see that happening. Cooper78, he says Sony aren't at E3. I do think they'll have their own event to announce the new console, which could be around E3 time. Again, I think Sony's going to avoid E3 completely. I think it will either be well before E3, like March time or something, and if not, then it could be PSX in December. He also adds, he personally thinks it'll be a standalone announcement event like Nintendo Direct style gig. Yeah, that's what I think. That could happen. Or PSX. Anyway, we've got someone else saying 20. They've put a specific date. Mr. K.O. he's put 20th of the 2nd, 2020. Whereas Jimmy Rowe has put on a Friday. Oh, you're funny, aren't you? Very funny. Alan Malcolm, aka White Eagle, says it will be released November 25th, 2019. Another very specific date. And finally, Toxic Danger says, what do you reckon the RRP will be? Which is actually quite a good question, that actually, because what will it be? I mean, Sony's had great success releasing the PS4 at $350, and it's kind of stuck around that mark, hasn't it? I mean, what, we're talking 5 years later, you can still pick it up for around about $350, can you? Oh no, the PS4 Pro's $350. What is it for a PS4 now then? Is it like $250 maybe? I don't know without looking. I'm just forgot about the Pro and that's the one that's $350. But I think when PS4 first released, it was $350, and then it's sort of gradually fallen in price to round about the $230 mark. I think maybe in the sales you could pick it up for $200, but it's not really dropped that much, has it? Really, considering. So yeah, I think $350 would be a good bet for PS5. I know it sounds cheap, but 91.6 million consoles sold. Do you know what I mean? That's the proof's in the pudding. What's Xbox sold? Xbox launched for more expensive, and it's sold a third. Well, probably a bit more than that, but probably about 40 million maybe Xbox is at. So the pricing worked for Sony, so I think this time round they have to try and aim for 350 again, 399 max. I don't think they'll go above that from a personal point of view, but I guess we'll see, won't we? Okay, so yeah, that was the poll. You can still vote in the poll if you want. That was your opinion. This show's new, obviously, so I don't know what I'm doing. I've not quite figured out the format yet, but it'll be a bit like this, where we have the news and we do a poll and we discuss your thoughts on the matter. And if anything else comes up, it'll come up. So we've got one more bit of news. I've just been having a wee look to see what other news there is. I don't want to just talk about every single bit of news, because we like to talk about news in the podcast, so I'd just like to take a couple of bits out and discuss them. So this next thing I want to discuss is that Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen is coming to the Switch, which I think the game first launched in 2012 on PS3 and Xbox 360, so it's quite an old game. And I was just wondering your thoughts. Now, I haven't put a poll out or asked for any opinion on this, so hopefully you'll just comment below or comment on our Twitter at twitter.com/square_XO and just tell me what you think about all these older games coming to Switch. I mean, do you think it's a good thing? I mean, we've got Dragon's Dogma coming, obviously. We've had Skyrim already. What else we got? I mean, there's tons, isn't there? I can't even think of them all, but obviously all the Nintendo games. Got Mario Kart's just a rehash, isn't it? Mario Party, Super Mario Brothers, and Doom. Oh, there's quite a big list. So what do you think of that? I mean, do you think it's a good thing that Nintendo's releasing all these games that are ancient, really? I mean, I know it's quite a good cash grab for the publishers releasing their past games again and getting people to buy them again, but I mean, do you want to see that? Do you want them to support the Switch in a different way? Or do you think that by releasing these games now, these old games, if they sell and they make loads of money from them, maybe they'll then think, oh, we're going to support the Switch going forward? And is the Switch powerful enough going forward to support some of the games that are coming out in PS4 and Xbox One? I'm not sure it is. So maybe that's what the problem is. Maybe this is why we see a lot of indie games and a lot of older sort of console releases on the system. I'm just not sure. But it'd be interesting to know your thoughts on that. Okay, so yeah, that's the show over. I'm not sure if you've got any suggestions of format you'd like to see this show. I'm quite happy to give it a go daily if you like it. And we can just sit and have a chat. Talk about your opinion, talk about news. I've enjoyed myself. I love talking to myself, so I don't have a problem with that. But if you've enjoyed yourself, please like, subscribe and share, because that's really important. We're trying to get our subscribers up to 1,000. At the moment, I think it's 513. So if we can get it up a wee bit, that'd be great. Get towards that 1,000. And obviously this gives us more content for our site, and it gives us a way to chat to our listeners and our followers, which is brilliant, because I do like to read out your opinion and say what you think. I think that's quite good. So yeah, remember, please back us at patreon.com/squarexo if you can, but if you can't, understand. As long as you follow us, like and share, subscribe, that'd be brilliant. Okay, thanks, and we'll see you next time. Bye.